Welcome back, guys. Well, like the title says, it's arrived and you do not want to miss the bargain.
Welcome back, everyone.
Keep watching. Right, first off, I am in no way connected with anyone. I do not get paid for anything. This is totally just me saying to you, look, okay, that is it. Something I bought with my own money. I'm not in any way promoting anything at all. I don't do that. Right, got that out of the way. First off, I want to make a little clear up thing about a comment that was made. The comment, you can't go and read it because I took it off, because I won't have people making comments on my channel when they don't know the fuck what they're talking about. Okay, that's as clear as that. I can only be blunt. You know me, guys, by now. I say what I say. Right, someone did make a comment about, I've done the one turning the bowl with spindle gouge, yeah, and they said about I was using a detail gouge for it. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Person doesn't know the difference between gouges. That's their problem, isn't it? The tool I used was this one, a 5/8 Thompson spindle gouge that I got from America. Thompson tools, very good quality tools, as anyone can tell you. Right, I sharpened it just on the tip. Well, you all saw by the video exactly the grind I did and how I sharpened it. I did not sharpen the tip at all. Right, I sharpened the whole of my bevel, single facet all the way round. Okay, it's got a detail grind. That, my friend, is not a detail grind. Go back and learn your tools and your grinds. Okay, then maybe you won't get into trouble. Right, this is a 45-degree bevel, swept back wings. Swept back wings, why? I've said it so many times, because I can get a beautiful finish cut. That's why. Okay, I can tell the tool's not up to the job by the noise, the rattling noise. Right, I have explained that many times. Okay, now most people turning something like what I turned would use a bowl gouge. I don't have to get one down. Would use a bowl gouge. Okay, rough, out of shape, square piece of wood, whatever, bowl gouge. Here on your hip, here on there, boom, 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 boom. Right? Go on YouTube. You want 1,000, probably 1 million videos out there with people doing it. Right? For me, like I've always said, when you got your tool here and you come in there, you're in the danger of catches. My turning is to show you how to turn. Impossible getting catches. Unless you're an idiot. If you're an idiot, then you're going to get catches, and idiots get what they deserve. I'm sorry, that's me. I speak as I find, okay? You're stupid. There you go. Right. Tool handle, I've explained it. Right down. That's how I hold my tool. I come in, and I come. Yes, right, now, the noise. That's not anything wrong with the tool. That's metal on metal. Metal on metal. Okay? That's all that noise is. Right. Because I hold the tool very light. I don't grip, I don't push down, it's not my body. I'm just putting my hand there to maintain it. I don't have my tool on the rest here. My tool is on the rest here. Okay? I push here, I push on. So you get that little bit of noise, but I'm not doing a finished cut. You'll never hear that come when I'm doing my finished cut. Then the tool can't have any vibration, no noise whatsoever. And I did explain that when I got round to a certain point where it started to make the noise, because I only done it at a certain point, I said, oh, did you hear that? I said, that's the tool telling me I'm overhanging too far. Push it in, make another cut, no noise. The tool is talking to me, it's telling me what's going on, and I can hear that. I'm getting, as the wood gets smaller and your gap gets bigger, your tendency to stay with the cut, you have to raise your handle. Once I get past this area and come to this, now I'm in danger that wood could put enough pressure on there to give me a catch that way. All the time I maintain this angle, that wood can never ever pull that tool over. It can only put me down there. That's the only catch I can get. Oops, and I don't even notice it because I'm too busy looking good. Right. So I just come around, and that's why it is. And like I said, do not over grip. You do that and you get a catch, bang, that wood's going to come off and it's going to hit you in the face. Okay, might knock some intelligence into you, but I doubt it.
Maybe.
But I doubt it. Right, hold your tool nice and light like this, come around, you get a catch, it's just that's all it can ever do. Oops, that's it. But you don't get no catches if you've got an angle. So that's that. Right, this is a detail chisel, okay? And that's what it is. Now Thompson Tool do have, did I say it's
yeah, you
no,
said it's,
right.
it's not a
Hang
detail,
on.
it's a spindle gouge.
Rewind, come back. Oof, there, see? Right, this is a spindle gouge. 5/8 spindle gouge. Thompson Tools do a detail spindle gouge. Now I don't have one. I have a, not from Thompson, I have a detail spindle gouge. Happens to be this one here. Right, the difference being this has a lot shallower flute here. That's the difference with a spindle gouge. It's more metal here, less flute. The flute is, you ain't got the wings on it, okay? Don't come up as high, because it's for detail work. You don't want any of those high wings. But as you'll notice, it's a little bit steeper grind. It's not much. I don't use a detail spindle gouge. I don't use it. I don't want a detail grind. I never put one on, okay? Reason being, I don't find they work that well, because it has a very long bevel, and if you're doing that smaller work, you can't maintain that bevel. Yes, you can grind it back and put a very small bevel on there, but for me nowadays, with what we've got available, or what I should say I've got available, for me, I've got one here. That's my carbide one, okay? And I grind mine right back. Like I said, that's not how you'll get it. I do it for my personal reasons, for what I want it to do. Adjust your tool for what you want it to do. But this will far superior to a detail spindle gouge, because it has a very small bevel. I can maintain bevel, but it's got a very fine point, and it don't need sharpening. Fantastic. That's for me. That's what I use. So there you go. That explains that. That is a detail spindle gouge, okay, and that is a spindle gouge, right? Same as all these ones are spindle gouges. These are spindle gouges. They are not detail spindle gouge. Now you might say, well, but you've got that to quite a small point. Why? I've spoken about it before. Now I'll have a tool here, probably. Oh, I don't tend to have big, right, okay. Now this one, if you look, has a more rounded tip, okay? This is never used on bowls. This is I think it's an Ashley Isles, and it has a long flute for the size of the I just don't use it for bowls, okay? It tends to be a bit, it's not good enough. Okay, there you go, I said it. Right, this is more rounded here. I don't want that on here when I'm doing bowls, because the wider this area, the more wood it wants to remove, and that's where you get in trouble. If you come in with something as wide as that, you'll come in, pick up that, it wants to take too much wood. It's where you can get catches. It makes the tool greedy. I don't want that. This fine tip, come in, boom, turn around. That's what it's for, okay? I've learned over many years my grinds and what I do with them. No one's ever taught me. I've never had a lesson in my life, okay? Now I have these big, okay, 3/4 inch. They were bowl gouges. I turned them, they're my spole gouges. I turned them into spindle gouges, right? But if you look at the tip, see how small I've got? Because I don't want a greedy tool. It's got to take the wood. I can take, I've demonstrated it, how fast a cut I can take, okay? And how much wood I can move. But I want to decide when I do that. I don't want the tool to decide it. That's why roughing gouges you never use on bowls and things. It's nothing to do with tangs. If you're using the tool correctly, the tang will never ever cause you a problem. I've never broke one in my life. I don't know how people do, but there you go, that's people. This is too big an area. It takes off too much wood. That's why you'll get into the trouble with it, okay? Now when I do a grind like this on a roughing gouge, this is my small one, let me show you a bigger one. I do have a bigger one. Well, I've been told a big one. Right, okay, here, see how I've reduced it down to this. This means that I can do work with it. It won't grab too much wood, but I can remove so much wood by using the wings and really fast. You've seen me use it, so there you go. And that's the difference on the grinds, guys. But you know, when someone says something, I have to come back and the comment's been removed because I won't have people. I'm not mentioning the person's name because they're not even getting a second of fame on my channel. I work hard. You want to put your views out, then make yourself a YouTube channel and put it out there, and then you take the criticism from people. There you go. Right, getting back to it. Bargain. Right, now, I did say on my last video that I'd ordered another CBN wheel because someone did actually, cool, look at that, I can see. Wow. I did actually say that someone had said they got one for 25. I couldn't find any for £25, but I did find them for £27.99. Now I have looked this morning and already they are up to £29.99. They've gone up to 30 quid. And they're going to be selling fast because I did mention it again. Now the first time when I bought this CBN wheel, which if you go back to the I think it
Making
was
the sharpening system.
yeah, when I sharpened all the crown tools. Yeah. Okay, the first one, I made the jigs up and I put the wheel on the grinder, and I said I got the CBN wheel and I put it on there. I showed putting it on, and I've done everything.
There was a video about less than £50, isn't it? Could you get a CBN wheel for £50? Yes.
Can you get a CBN wheel for less than 50 quid? Yeah. Now at the time I bought that one, they were 49 pounds. So don't quote me. It was 40 something.
Up to 50, yeah.
Right, but it was under £50. Literally 2 days after the video went out, they went up to £54, £53.99, and 2 days after that they sold out. Okay, and I did message the person and say, yeah, I hope you don't mind, but I did actually put a link to this on my YouTube channel, and he come back just to say thank you, hope you enjoyed your wheel. We know where they come from, guys. But yeah, I put out there, he sold out, and you know, I didn't even get a voucher for a free Chinese buffet or nothing. Not a bloody,
and we love our
not
Chinese.
A piss in a pot, nothing. Right, anyway guys, so when I see those at £27.99, I went and bought another one, and this is what come, and it's come this morning. Now I bought this late Friday afternoon. Okay, you can see it gets posted out tracked 48. Okay, Friday afternoon, and it's come Tuesday morning. Okay, well, our post lady's a lazy bugger, can't get up in the mornings. She comes about 12 o'clock. There you go. Right, so there you go. Came, turned up, so it's come today. So I'm going to just open it up. Now I did say that I bought that one 50 quid, a lot better than the Axminster. Right, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with my Axminster one, apart from the fact that it is bloody heavy, and I do still have it, and I've had this one for a long time, and it's gone quite smooth. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with it. Why I'd say this one's better. Why would I say this is better than this one? Right, one, the weight. This is so heavy, so if you put it on your grinders, and especially if you have two CBN, you'll know, guys, it takes a long time for your grinders to wind up, and takes forever for it to slow down. Yeah. Right, on mine, it's not a problem because mine's braked and it's instant start. So on my, but I know people don't have my system. So there you go. Second thing, it puts a lot of strain on the bearings and everything. It's a lot of weight, a hell of a lot of weight, this thing. So yeah, other than that, I can't fault it. It's good, it's worked, it's done a lot of work, but I do prefer this one. Now, the biggest difference is, well, when I bought it, I'm not sure, I haven't looked on there for what they are now, but £160. Alright, this at the moment, if you go on there and buy it this morning, because they've still got some on there, it's 30 quid. Do I say this is worth £130 more? No, definitely not. 100% no. Right, I can't tell you what these are going to be like in 10 years time, because I haven't had it for 10 years, but I can tell you, since, if you go back when I've done that first video, when I put it on there, and I did have one before that anyway, I've used that every day. It's on here, it gets used every day, sharp tools, and that's still exactly the same as it came out of the box. Absolutely perfect. Do they run true? Yes, they do. Right, now I'm going to show you, this is the box it comes in. This is exactly how it turns up. Okay, all I did was cut that bit of tape. So we open that up, nice, all protected, and here it is. Now, just so you know, it does state on here, it is actually 3.6 8 kilos, these wheels. They are not lightweight, flimsy, thin, made of crap metal or anything. And this is how it comes in here, and it is heavy. Not quite as heavy as that one, but it is heavy. But this is 1 inch, that one's 32 mil. Right, do I find the thickness makes any difference? No, not one bit whatsoever, because basically when you're sharpening your tool and you've got it in a jig, you're not using the whole of the wheel anyway. You're only sharpening probably something about probably about 1 mil wide when you're actually running it around at a time, you know, on that tip bit, and when you come to the side you're just brushing over. So no, I don't find any difference. I sharpen all my 2-inch, you've seen that, my 2-inch roughing gouges, I sharpen all these on it. Absolutely fantastic, cannot fault it. Right, this is how it comes. So I'm going to take it out of here. Right, it's in this protective thing, it hasn't got any grease or anything like that on it, and it shouldn't have. Okay, this is exactly how it comes. Look at that, beautiful. Right, now just a quick check. Yep, there's no
scratches,
carbon, boron CBN, and it's cubic boron nitrate or something like that. There is none missing at all. Okay, all around here it is absolutely perfect. There is not a bit missing. You'd think, you know, a lot of people would say, oh well, they won't be very good. No, it is to every little edge. I've checked around, well not because I've only just opened it out of that bag actually. I'm checking around it now, but I know I did do it on that one. Now you'll feel it, and it will feel quite coarse, but within a couple of sharpens it should just take that first initial coarseness off, and yeah, and it settles into like what it is on that one, and it's absolutely perfect. Okay, now I don't need to put it and check the back. I know they run absolutely true because I've got that one, and you saw me, I put that on my other grinder, and this is going, this is going on my record power grinder, because at the moment I've got a big wheel like the Axminster one on there, and it does take a long time. It takes time to wind up, and it takes a long time to slow down. This one's going on there. Okay, so I've got rid of the system I had it set up on a mini lathe. I've still got the mini lathe, it's just under there. I can use that for whatever. It's back as a lathe, works perfectly as a lathe. I took that wheel off because I was never using it, because I've got this slow grind, so I do everything on here. Okay, and I can put that's an 80 grit wheel, I can put that on there, but I've never needed to. These are so good, and they sharpen the tools fine. If I need to regrind, I can do it all on this anyway, and it's fine. 5/8 bore, okay, 180 grit, 200 mil, okay, 5/8 bore, and that should fit basically all your 8-inch grinders. Okay, and that's what that goes on. Okay, and it's direct, and that's it. And as I did say, if you've bought the record power grinder and it comes with the big white wheel and the little grey wheel, it is so out of balance, it vibrates like mad, because you've got one heavy wheel here, one thin wheel, and they're turning, and it's not balanced up. When I actually put this one on, it's probably just slightly heavier, but it's nearer to match to the white wheel. So don't take your white wheel off and get rid of it. I would take the coarse wheel off, the grey one, and replace it with this, because the white wheel is the heavier wheel, and the white wheels, if you've got the white wheel and you've got this, you don't need any other wheels, believe me, you're fine. So there you go, that's what you get, guys, and that was £27.99 free post. Okay, now I know how much on track 48 that would actually cost me to go and post that out, with the weight of it, over 3.5 kilos. You know the cost of postage, guys. That's free postage. I mean, bloody hell, that's brilliant. Now, I know I have had people from overseas. Someone did from Australia. I do not know what they are in your country or whatever. Go on your... This is from UK eBay, okay? Yes, it is Chinese. So now, before anyone comes out with your little racist remarks of cheap Chinese shit and all that, no, they're not, okay? And if you think Axminster make them in their little factory, no, they do not. Okay, the majority of this sort of stuff will come from China anyway. China is leading the world in manufacturing of everything. Okay, that's why everywhere you go, it has made in China written on it.
That's it.
Right, okay, they are not. Certainly not. They are very good. Yeah, in Australia, I have no idea. You'll have to go on your eBay. I've never ever been on any other eBay other than the UK one. Why would I? I'm in the UK. And I don't know why you would want to go on an eBay and have one sent that's coming from, I think this came from Leicester, or it actually came from this one, Stafford. This came from, right? So Staffordshire. That's where this comes. I don't know why you'd want one to come from there to go to Australia or to America, but I don't know. I don't know anything about your prices. You'd have to go and look for yourself, I'm afraid, on that. But this is eBay. If you go on there, just put CBN wheel on your search, it will come up on the eBay for like 200 mil CBN wheel, whatever. As soon as you go on there, they're there, okay? But there's a few, and they've got a few wheels left, and they've gone up to $29.99. So don't say you can't find this, so you won't. They've all gone up to $29.99 because obviously I mentioned it. People are going buy, and if you go further down, you'll see other companies have got them, and they've got them for 40 something pounds and 50 something pounds. They've even got up to 100 pounds. This is UK companies that buy them from the man for $29.99 and then put it on their site and go, yeah, 150 quid. You're not getting no better by buying 150 quid. Believe me, you're getting exactly the same wheel. It will come in the same box and probably have the same labels on it. Don't do it. Been warned. Right, okay guys, that is it. I'm not going to put it on that machine at the moment and show you through it. Right, I know it's going to run true, because I've got that one and I've got another one, so I know they run perfect. Okay, yeah, so that's it. That's all I can say, guys. So quick, go in now, get on there and get one. Order it.
Don't miss out.
Order it, because it is the best way you can sharpen your tools. Don't listen to all these people about certain sanding machines and things like that. Get yourself CBN wheel, and you might just have a chance to get to be as good as me. To the pit, guys.
Bye, guys.